Good morning. Happy 9/9/2025. Today is my 54th birthday. So 9999. I've been thinking a lot about what that means, trying to interpret the synchronicities and signs and messages in my life for the value and meaning of such a magical time. So I feel so grateful to be in a space of new knowledge, new understanding, new beginnings all the time. And 9 is the number of completion. 9 is the end of the cycle. 9 is a magical number. All the multiplications of 9 add up to 9. 3, 6, 9 are the divine numbers. 9 is the continual ebb and flow of endings and beginnings, which is also what Pisces is. And the Pisces lunar eclipse was 2 days ago with Saturn at 29 degrees Pisces. Right, so just really punctuating and emphasizing the end and beginning, that continual flow. 29 Pisces is like the womb opening up into the birth canal. 0 degrees Aries is the birth canal. And so it's 2025, and all of the collective astrological energy is pointing to this deep transformation. This powerful dance between the end of Pisces and the beginning of Aries, and we're here right now at the beginning. September 1st was when Saturn went back into Pisces and stays there until January. October 22nd is when Neptune goes back into Pisces, and we go through this clearing out, this drudging up of all of the old, shedding the skin. It's also the year of the snake. Like, there's so many beautiful synchronicities that lend our spiritual essence towards this very powerful moment of change and the completion of one cycle or one season or one way of being. And 2026 births the new way of being, and I am so grateful to be experiencing it and to be having my own micro personal expression of that at the same time. And so here I am at my birthday, 9999, and thinking about the continual cycle of endings and beginnings. And yesterday I found out I got a gift from my doctor and the cancer center that I am going to. I was going to have my 9th infusion of Taxol on this week on Thursday, and it was magically decided by some anonymous people in a company running a medical study. The company's name is Quantum Leap. That I will not have chemotherapy this week. I will start a new type of chemotherapy next week on the 19th. So that was a surprise gift, a blessing, and I get to just sit in the energy of endings, the end of one medicine and the beginning of another medicine, and sit with all of the incredibly deep and personal ruminations about a cancer diagnosis and how to live through that and with that. And I am continually thinking about how I can create things to support others through this journey, because one, having the support of others who have gone through it, other women who have gone through it, is very, very important to me. And it just feels like part of my path. It feels like what's supposed to happen. So what do I want to share? Thank you for your presence. Thank you for listening. We are in between eclipses right now, and eclipse season is a very pointed time. It's a pause. It's time out. It's a time to reflect from eclipse to eclipse, what changed. So the last eclipses were in March. The last Pisces eclipse was last year, so this time last year, and there will be one more Pisces eclipse next year in August. So thinking about in that 3 eclipse cycle or 2-year cycle, what's changing in your world? What things out of your control are coming up for you, are shifting, are moving. Some things are ending and some things are beginning. And sometimes it's something very tangible, like a relationship or a job or a house, something like that. Last year we had those hurricanes that took a lot of people's houses. I know people who have ended relationships and jobs. But sometimes, especially when it's Pisces and it's the Pisces Virgo doing and being axis, sometimes it's really more internal and within and subtle. And I was listening to a couple women talk about the emergence of divine feminine and how that manifests in our conversations and our relationships. And thinking about an oyster and a pearl and the alchemy that happens within a closed oyster, with grit and sand or trauma, right? We have trauma locked inside of us, and yes, on an outward level it can color and inhibit how we perform, how we show up, what we do in the world. But in an inner place, when we do the work that it's calling for, we alchemize that trauma and that grit and that sand into a pearl that can't be seen until the oyster is open. And I think it's just such a beautiful metaphor for each one of us. And I just want you to know there's a little baby snake crawling on the tree just below me. I see you, snake, and I welcome you, and thank you. Thank you for reinforcing the need to shed and teaching me, snake. Thank you for teaching me the beauty way. Thank you. Oh. So we have this grit inside of us and the sand inside of us that we are slowly, over decades, turning into a pearl. And when we're ready, and hopefully before the mortal coil comes to an end, before we move on to another version of ourselves, we can open that oyster and reveal the pearl that's inside. And what's being called for now is more space, more dedicated time, and intentional creation and holding of sacred space to allow each one of us to find the path to opening. the transforming, the alchemizing has already been happening, is always happening within you. And maybe you want to work on that, and maybe you want to refine that a little bit. But mainly, we're here at a point of opening. And to open, we have to feel safe. We have to feel seen. We have to feel valued and worthy of being allowed to offer what's inside of us. And so that's what I would like to focus on. That's how I like to be in service. And I know I'm very, very grateful to know other women that are doing the same. And so I offer to you, if you are a woman who also feels the call to serve in that way, find a way to, even if it's just among a friend or your friends, when you go out for dinner or dancing or whatever you go out for, or if you have a space, if in your work, if in your leadership, in the classes that you teach, try to devote a little bit more intention to holding a sacred space that creates a feeling of safety for everyone that walks into that space, or that is in that space. Because when we feel safe, when each one of us feels safe, then we can do the work that we came here to do. Then we can heal ourselves and open ourselves and show the pearl that we are. And I'm very grateful to Heather Ensworth and the video that she made that I listened to while I was walking this morning that brought these thoughts to my mind. And I also turned it into a poem as I was walking. And then for those of you who aren't there yet, or aren't at a space where you are offering your services, but that you're in desperate need to find those places, know that we are here. Know that we are working to create more safe spaces, and know that you are seen and valued. And we want to provide you with whatever resources you need to heal, to alchemize, to transmute the pain and the loss, the grief, the anger, whatever it is that you have within you, the horror, the terror, the disappointment, whatever it is that you have in you that needs to be alchemized and transmuted into freedom, into sovereignty, into your fullest expression of your authentic self, into your role in healing your ancestors. Know that there are more and more and more spaces and women holding space for you to do that, and look for them, ask for it and look for them. That's all you have to do. Set the intention that you are ready and you would like to do that, and look for those spaces. Bridge Community Acupuncture and Thrive Wellness Studio are here. It is what I have created, and part of my transformation this year, part of what's ending for me, is decades long, whenever it started, maybe a Saturn cycle of playing small and feeling not enough and feeling less than or not worthy enough. And that is part of what is being shed this year. And I am so grateful for that. I am so grateful for that. And I am so grateful to see the reflection of the value and the beauty of what I have created, because I have more to create. I have more to create, and I need to believe in myself, and I need to celebrate what I have created to be able to move up to the next level and create what I want to create next, what I've been dreaming of forever. And my goal and my intention in sharing is always, 1, to fully express myself, 2, to be seen, to feel comfortable being seen, but mainly I want to be an example. I I am so comfortable doing what I do. I am so comfortable spending time with myself and diving into these thoughts, and I love it, and I hope to be able to reach a higher level of sharing year by year. My ultimate goal is to be an example of, if I can do this, if I can think these things, if I can say these things, if I can come to these types of realizations and these types of healings within myself, that I can encourage you to do the same for yourself. We all have our own unique path, our own unique language, our own unique symbols and messages, and the goal is always to help you find your unique path. It is absolutely beautiful, and it is starting to rain. So I will see you next time. Take good care of yourselves and celebrate yourself whenever you need to. I'm celebrating myself. Today I'm celebrating my birthday. I'm celebrating no chemo. I'm celebrating halfway through a cancer journey that continually boggles my mind when I think about it. I love you.